Hello, Steve White, Steve RC9. Well, I just watched Silent Night, Bloody Night, not to be confused with Silent Night, Deadly Night. It's a 1972 film that was released under several names. It was released under the name Death House, which Vinegar Syndrome, this version is from Vinegar Syndrome and needs some restoring. It's a nice scan in some ways, but the original print had some damage and they haven't cleaned it up. It was also released under the name, is it Night of the Dark Full Moon, Death House, and Silent Night, Bloody Night. Now, the first sort of death that sort of starts the story really is the only thing that connects it to Christmas because it happened on Christmas Eve. But it's really not a Christmas movie. It really doesn't. Christmas isn't a theme, isn't really involved. It's just sort of incidental. So I don't really think it's fair to consider this a Christmas movie. So I think Silent Night, Deadly Night really should be considered the first big sort of commercial Hollywood horror film. But this one is interesting. It's got some atmosphere. It was filmed in a little town. Basically, there's a house. It has been abandoned for 20 years. The guy who inherited it is coming to trying to sell it to the townspeople. The man who owned the house was killed in a fire, and it was, well, he didn't die. He faked his death. He killed a homeless man, but it was still put down as an accident. And he's been hiding in asylums and in the background. I'm not really sure why. His wife was in the asylum because the house was, it was their family home for a while, then it was turned into an asylum. His wife was put into the asylum. He freed all the inmates because he wasn't happy with how the place was being ran. They killed people who were running the asylum and also killed his wife. So then he felt guilty about that forever and sort of hid in the background, faked his death at that point. And then the son who thought his mother had died during childbirth, he's the one who came back. And he, I think it was David Carradine who played that part. He's just trying to sell it, and the local townspeople are kind of strange. They're kind of interesting, but they're mostly strange. They turn out to be former residents of the asylum who escaped and now sort of running the town. So there's revenge, mystery. You do see a male figure for the most part, but this male figure is calling and trying to lure people to the house, referring to himself as Marianne, who was the wife who died. Eventually, the daughter of the mayor sees her father, the mayor, and one of the other people kill themselves, thinking the other is the killer. Most of the people, she seems to be the only one who lives. She goes to the house a few months later to see it being torn down. And that's the start of the film and the end of the film, her reflecting on that. You get her voiceover and that. It's fun. It's got, like I said, some atmosphere. It's some mystery. Not sure who's doing what. I'm still not sure I've worked out exactly who was doing what and why. I certainly don't know why. But yeah, they spent a little bit more time on the mystery and the atmosphere than they did on the characters and that. So I'm not sure if I'd watch it again, because one of the problems with those sort of mystery films is once you know what happens, a lot of the film is based on not knowing and the mystery and the tension. And once that tension's gone, so many scenes are just flat and nothing happens, because once you remove the tension, they're just empty. I found The Tales of Mr. Ripley was one of those movies that was so intense. The first time I saw it, I was literally not on the edge of my seat. I was literally like on the floor of the cinema, like I can't take it anymore. And then I tried to watch it another time once I knew the end. It was just like these flat, empty scenes where just nothing happened. I'm like, wow, this is boring. So I'm not sure if I'll watch it again. I'm glad I watched it. It was fun. A few good scenes. A lot of good atmosphere. A lot of good photography. The house is beautiful. One interesting thing is some of Andy Warhol's co-conspirators, people who worked with him on his films, are in the film. It was originally made in 1970, but released in 1972 for some reason. It only cost, I think, $250,000, was it? $295,000. I don't know how much it made. It was a release on November 17, 1972, so it wasn't out for Halloween or anything interesting. And although there is that little bit of Christmas theme, it doesn't seem like a Christmas movie, so I can't see myself watching it for like on Christmas again. But yeah, glad I saw it. Don't know if I'll watch it again. Interesting. There's a lot of films like that I've watched that are interesting, they were fun, but are they enjoyable enough that I want to return to them? I want to experience the atmosphere or the characters again? Probably not, but who knows. I'm going to go. It's been 5 minutes. I wasn't expecting to talk this long for this. And yeah,